number?
Yeah,
Okay, what did we get for the vertex, or what'd you get for the vertex?
I got -2, -17.
Okay, so when you plug in, go ahead, what's that equation? Wait, is it 3x squared
3x
plus?
squared plus 12x minus 5.
Okay, and so when we plug in h equals -12 over 2 times 3, and we get -2. You have to take the -2 and plug it into the function. Okay, so we have to find f of -2. And when you find that, you said that was -17, correct?
Yes.
All right, so this is the point. -2, -17. All right, Adam, what is the minimum value? What would be that answer?
Y equals -17.
Yeah, -17. I think there's some confusion. Some of you want to put down the values -2. Some of you want to put down the ordered pair. The minimum value would be the lowest y value. So the minimum value, value is -17. Now you can say at x equals -2, it occurs. Okay, but the minimum value is -17. All right, now it does ask you for the range. I don't know if it's a part B or not, but the range of that function. Okay, so looking at, we have all the information we need, right, Mackenzie? Yep, we got all the information we need. So what is the range as you go through there, right?
Bracket -17 to infinity.
Yep, the lowest value is -17. These are all the y values, so it's going to go from -17 up. Okay, you gotta know how to do this. You gotta know how to tell me what the vertex is. You gotta know how to tell me what the range is. Okay, just based upon the equation for that. All right, let's look at what's the next one, 89. Let's look at that. I mean, some of you might have started it. I'm sure most of you are just getting to it. So let's take a look at that. Okay, we're going to group of students plans a tour. The charge per student is $72 if 20 students go to the trip. If more than 20 students participate, the charges per student is reduced by $2 times the number of students over 20. By the number of students that will furnish the maximum revenue. What is the maximum revenue? Okay, for that one. All right, first of all, you got to come up with an equation. Now, the revenue is going to be the number of students times the cost per student. Number of students is originally 20. Cost per student is 72. You multiply those two together, you get your revenue. But if more students come, then the price drops, right? So we need to be able to we need to be able to put that into an equation. All right, take a second. I know some of you may have it. Some of you are still thinking. If you're still thinking, see what you come up with. Okay, take 30 seconds. You can come up with the equation based upon the information provided.
Is it dropping after like is it dropping the base dropping for every student? After it gets that?
I know.
Yeah.
I was after this.
Did they originally incorporate the whole price? Okay, got it. That's
Everybody's price drops.
But to X minus 20. I wouldn't. I was asking. You were what?
No, that day.
That's why I recorded the lesson for you.
So I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so every person above 20, now that's going to change everybody's costs like right now, 20 people pay 72 bucks. It's like one more person comes, everybody pays the lower price, not just the new person. That wouldn't be really fair to the other people. All right, so for every person over 20, basically X is gonna be the number of people over 20 students. So if X is 5, that means we end up with 25 total. If X is 6, you end up with 26 total. All right, now the price is going to drop by $2. All right, how can I represent that? Okay, what is that going to be? Lane, what do you got? Anything? And I go cold, or he probably covered off of you, so whatever you have. So is that no?
No.
No, all right. Tony?
72 minus 2x.
72 minus 2x. 72 minus 2x. All right, you kind of do this in your head, like x equals 1. What does that mean? If x is one person, that means how many students are going? 21. And what's our price? 72 minus 2 would be what? 70. Does that kind of make sense with the context of the problem? For every person over 20, the price is going to drop by $2. If 2 extra people go, then I'm going to get 22 students and my price is going to be 68. Okay, so it's going to continue to decrease based upon it. All right, now, when we did this earlier, we're going to FOIL this together and see what type of equation we get. So go ahead and FOIL that. So R of X equals, what is that, 1440? Minus 40X plus 72X minus 2X squared. So I get R of X equals negative 2X squared minus 40X plus 1440. It's a quadratic. 72, what does that give me? 32X? What was I doing? So that should be plus 32X, sorry. Plus 32X, all right, sorry. Now, this is quadratic, leading term is negative, so it opens down, which means we're gonna have a maximum value. We wanna maximize the revenue, and so that's gonna occur at the vertex. Okay, because we need to find that. You won't have your graphing calculator, so you just can't graph it on there. And find it, so you're gonna have to use that H equals negative B over 2A. And so H equals negative B over 2A. Negative 32 over 2 times negative 2, which looks like 8. Now I know what the question asked you, but here's what I want you to answer. I want you to answer 3 things. I want you to tell me the revenue, I want you to tell me the number of students, and I want you to tell me the price. Okay, I think it asked for 2 of the 3, but I want all 3 of them. And sometimes it's, I don't know, some people kind of misinterpret things. So I want the revenue, I want the price, and I want the number of students. Okay. Yeah.
What is it?
All right, we good? No? Okay, that's revenue. Now,
Did you drive here today?
this expression represents the
Oh,
number
we're
of
gonna get a
students.
pass. So not
How are you gonna get one?
All right, revenue. Hess, what do you got?
I have $1,568.
All right, that's the most we can make. Now, the price is gonna be represented by one of your two, what we multiply together. This is still number of students times price, number of students times price. Number of students is represented by 20 plus X. And then the price is represented by 72 minus 2X. And we said the best case scenario occurs when X equals 8. So that's 2 times 8 is 16. 72 minus 16 would be $56. 20 plus at 8 would give me 28. So the number of students should be 28. The price should be 56, and then the revenue should be 1568. Okay, for that one. So you gotta be able to pick all that information out. All right, homework. Okay, now 38 and 40. Those are just show it's a factor. It means when you do that, you should get 0 for the remainders. There's really no answer to give you. It should work. For the most part, good. From looking online. Okay, there's a couple more that turned it in late I need to look at, but for the most part, good. But obviously check 48 and 66. And 20.
If you're 66, we get the shipping for the remainder. That's all. One did the whole equation. Yeah. I didn't even just kind of
Let me take a quick look. Uh-oh.
I thought we submitted an 80s class. You would have gotten.
Because if it was 600.
Yeah, every time you.
No, okay, I think we did it the last one.
There's Lane's.
Lane Evans. Yes, Lane.
Oh, 53 Lane? Jeez.
Question mark.
You can't hide now, Lane, can you? Oh, Mary, even though she's not here, like a ghost. Turned it in. Let's see how she did. Okay, good. Made a mistake on, common mistake on 48. And let's see, anybody else? That's it. Not bad. All right, 48. I just want to take a quick look at that one in maybe the first part of 66. Did you get 48 right? Okay, so 48. We don't have any. So what is it? K squared x cubed minus 3k x squared minus 2k x plus 6. Is that the right equation? Yes. And what are we dividing it by? X minus 1? All right, we're going to divide that by x minus 1. So if x minus 1 is a factor of this, then what is our remainder? Remainder will be 0. Okay, so if x minus 1 is a factor, so what do I plug into the box here? Okay. Let me do this.
There's 61.
I have it up there. X minus 1. All right. So what do we plug in the box? Do we plug in a -1 or +1? +1. Okay, so 1 goes here. Make sure this first one here, this is probably the one biggest mistake. That's a k squared. And then here's your because here's your coefficients, whatever's in front of the x. Okay, and then your constant. And so we got k squared minus 3k minus 2k, and then a 6. All right, and then try to follow your rules. Okay, I know because you haven't seen this before, so it can throw you off a little bit. But you're going to add, you're going to get k squared. You're going to multiply. All right, now right here, negative 3k and k squared. You can't combine them. So the only thing you can do is write k squared minus 3k times 1. I do have like terms, negative 2k and negative 3k, which gives me k squared minus 5k times 1. Whoops, that's a k. And now our remainder is, the only thing I can do is write it as k squared minus 5k plus 6. We said if it's a factor, then that remainder has to equal what? 0. So just set it equal to 0. K squared minus 5k k squared minus 5k plus 6 equals 0. Now in this case here, you got quadratic. The only thing we do is factor the quadratic formula. This factors k minus 3 times k minus 2 equals 0. K equals 3. K equals 2. That's how we get those two values. Okay. Other questions on that homework that you'd like me to go over? Josh.
For that problem, could you just combine the like terms before you did the synthetic division?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Did it work out? It might just be,
Okay, k squared minus 5k.
because technically you need to use each coefficient for that one. It may have worked out under those circumstances, but I don't know if it always worked out. So I would hesitate to do that. Okay. All right. Anything else? All I got here now is I want to give you a review sheet for 3-1 through 3-3. Kind of going through everything. Answer key is on here, so it'll be on your notes, class notes in Canvas. Take a look at it. Also, tonight, I'm a little bored, so 9 o'clock, I'll do a little Canvas conference. Maybe anybody has any questions and needs to have, just a little bit of extra help. It's fine. This does not need to be turned in. It needs to be worked on to the end of the period. If you want